Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Shadows of the Last War, episode 15. Yeah, episode 15. We are currently down a man today. We are not going to have Cain, at least for the first half of our experience, but that's okay, because we've talked with him, and he's got some real-life stuff happening. In the interim, though, we do have the rest of the squad, and the show must go on. So, can we talk about, for a moment, what happened, well, last time we played, if you guys can recall. I know it's been a week. It's been a long week, honestly. But if you guys have any recollection or remembrance, I'm down for it. If not, I've got my own notes.
We started by trying to cure Ivan of his whatever was happening.
Poisoning.
Is whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
he started
it was
having weird effects like
yeah,
starting to
he
look like a
became
raccoon.
part raccoon as an effect to whatever happened. But I don't know if it was an effect of the poison or whatever he drank. I assume that had some effect on him when we brought him back, becoming part raccoon.
Yes.
Hey.
So is there an upside? What's the upside downside to having the feature? What do you
What's
think?
the pros and
Is there an
cons
upside?
to being part
Everything was
raccoon?
brighter, right?
yeah, I
I don't
have,
know if that's a pro though.
I have
Oh, plus 5 perception.
I have a low light vision. I don't think I have dark vision
And
per
you
se,
have
but
plus
I have
5 to perception on
visual
like
checks.
visual.
checks, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
But yeah, I look a little bit goofy and I'm still kind of like attracted to shiny things a little bit. I'm sure it's something I can tame a little, but
Yeah.
for now I'm like only half realizing that it's happening at times, it's yeah.
So you took forth the bandit's mask. You have some improved vision and low light vision, at least temporarily, and some uncanny draw to the shiny. It's almost supernatural how alert you have found yourself in that regard. What else occurred? So Ivan survived.
Extortion.
Extortion. That was actually the name of last week's episode because it was used so frequently.
Yes.
But yes.
It started with our darling, who's not here, Cain, coming to
Darling, is that really what we're referencing?
the sarcasm in my tone here when he came to me and was like, "Hey, Sera, I have an extremely important secret that is a detriment to the party."
Yeah.
That I need to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you unless you tell me a secret. Tell me your boyfriend's first name.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, really? You're gonna try to make this kind of deal with me? You're saying that there's something extremely important that needs to be known, and you're not going to tell me unless I tell you Hal's name, which I did not end up giving. But I guess Cain finally gave up, and he was just kind of being Cain, and he told me the last person to know, apparently, Scout's the knowledge of Scout's creator.
Yeah, and it's not. I think everybody can come together and make that decisive call that it seems prophetically bad. It doesn't feel very good to know that Scout's creator is according to Scout, it is the air that we breathe, the soil beneath our feet. But it's a physical manifestation of hellfire.
Yes,
that's kind of spooky, right? I think that's kind of spooky.
Definitely concerning.
A little bit.
How long has Cain known that? When did that? I can check my DMs, but it was a while.
It's been a while.
3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
That was a big reveal.
Yeah.
I want to say it was the owl bear. Yeah.
The owl bear.
It was because at the same night he got the knowledge and then he got the night vision, and we're like, he's fucking broken. He's just doing everything. And
Yeah, he really leans into the wild magic when that happens. So that's horrific for you guys. Most players tend to be like, oh, this is terrible. I don't have control of my magic. But he's like, bring on the thunder. I live for it. So I'm sorry for that ahead of time. But you know what? He's not here right now. And that might be a boon, might be a bane. We're not sure yet. Yeah, so he tried to weasel some information out of you. He wasn't the only one, but that's okay. I have it written down that Cohen approached Ivan to help him find his dagger because Cohen noticed that Ivan has had quite a great deal at finding basically petty change, coins, a variety of things here and there intermittently that he's just sort of pilfered and pocketed. And who better to ask than well, our local trash panda, who has managed to assist in that losing of the dagger. Ivan, how do you feel like that was received? Did that seem genuine in need, or do you think there were some like accusational moments there?
What?
In the dagger retrieval.
Oh, like when he originally approached me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think he literally had no idea that I had it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think he genuinely didn't know that I had it. He just seemed desperate. And he was like, "You seem real like you're paying attention to things right now. Can you find it for me? Like, please, I need this shit. Oh my god."
Yeah, you seem pretty desperate. You seem pretty desperate about it. And that's accurate. That's a strong read. This is what led you to approach the squad, and I think this was like talks of extortion, slip it back into his things or what have you. How did that go?
Not well.
Yeah, we were like trying to come up with what to
It didn't
do,
go.
and then he approached me, and like at that point he was like a little accusatory. Like he was like, "What you guys?" Like he was overanalyzing the situation of like Cain and I pretending to pee, which is like rightfully so. Like he knows that I'm looking for it. He knows that I want something from him. And then he notices us being out of character because he's probably known that Cain is not leaving Anju's side because of the he wants to study the shard and stuff. Like there's like he's smart at that. That's his fucking job. So yeah, he notices something was out of the ordinary, and I was just like, I can't gamble with him anymore. I'd like, because if he catches me in a lie, I'm dead. Like that's when he attacks you. But if you're just like, yeah, we found it, we have it.
Yeah.
And then you're honest, like we were going to go have a team meeting about what to do. Like, obviously, we're playing the same game here. We want something from you. You want something from us. So, yes, we were going to strategize better, but you're catching us. I'm not going to lie to you about it because that's fucking pointless.
Yeah.
Right.
And we taught Scout a good lesson of being caught up in lies.
I think, and we also made a good argument that, like, hey, maybe the creator is using you and doesn't necessarily have your best interest.
Also that, but I don't think that really got through to Scout.
I think either of the things work in your favor.
I think while everybody had very strong arguments for Scout, I believe that you gave Scout more tools for social argument in social combat because now Scout is hyper aware of
Scout is becoming
lie
they talked to me about lying, extortion, and like the whole time Scout's like, why don't we just give him back the dagger? Like, I thought it's his own, he owns it. Why would we take it?
No,
but
nobody seems to give a shit that he tried to kill me. That's whatever.
He did slap you too later.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's true. What before we escalate to that point, Ivan, what did he say if we get to Rook and Draw and the dagger hasn't been found, what did he say was going to happen?
Nobody was getting off the ship.
Yeah.
Which is insinuating he would just hold us at assassin point.
With what dagger? I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. He doesn't have any other resources.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, you took one of his poisons, right? So he doesn't have the toxin anymore. That's a real deal. And he didn't have that dagger, which is more ornamentary than for primary use, but he would have figured it out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they would use that dagger to kill all that much because like if it breaks or something,
No, it's like a badge. It's really like a badge of entry and honor.
I was just trolling.
There was talks about Scout's revelation to the primary mission. This was a large part of the last quarter of the show, was trying to figure out how to get information from Scout in regards to the primary mission. This is where I feel like you guys had the strongest arguments. Really, it was kind of wild, because there was a ton of talks about the use, the sort of the grooming nature, the expulsion of memories, and Scout just could not like see through this, or at least was sort of blinded by the greatness that was inevitably the creator. So do you think, I mean, honestly, do you think that Scout is going to break? Like Scout is going to bend and see your ways?
I think it's programmed into Scout. I don't know.
I think that's up to Maggie.
Well,
I would leave it up to a roll because that makes more sense to me. But I think that, like, I liked your idea of taking Because Scout agreed to you taking them to like a
somebody to fix it. We need
or
to
someone to-
deprogram you.
yeah, to like look at the programming.
Yeah. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with that personally.
I know the reason why Scout is not sharing things because Bub and I have made some agreements behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But
Very interesting way for the rest of us to try to extract backstory.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever experienced that, is like the party grilling a member of the party trying to like get answers about the character.
Yeah.
Fun.
And you guys are I mean, you're struggling with it, right? You've
We're also terrified.
Yeah, because well, I mean, you don't want to wind up. I mean, first and foremost, you have to go to this place where he's holed up, and it is Sera, where the morning event occurred. You don't know how you're going to get in. You have no idea how you're going to get out, and you're still not entirely certain what you're required to recover.
yeah, and Scout told you all that, like flesh people don't really go in there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what can you do? Bye.
Yeah.
I say we all get mecha suits and then we become like a big Voltron.
Like the Power Rangers?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Down. I'm down.
I mean, you guys are in a goblin market. It could just be like a trash mech. It'd be so good. Could be super good, yeah. You had a conversation with Strickland. It was brief. Admittedly, it was like the last 15 minutes of the session, but I feel like there was a lot there to garner. He called out immediately the hostility of half of the squad, particularly how everyone is angry. And Anju was quite boisterous in his response, but it was also pointed out, like, maybe you wouldn't be so angry if you tried to sleep in the last 4 or 5 days instead of screaming at clouds. And he responded,
I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy. That's exactly what you did, even with the finger flourish, just like that. You did. You screamed about that. And he said, no, there's no accusation at all. I wasn't even remotely talking about you. Yeah, no, that couldn't be you. But he agreed to stay. He said he was only going to be there about 10 days, the length of time it would take to repair the fallen. He said he would stay longer if what?
If Sera gave Hell's name.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you were so hesitant.
I was very hesitant and not wanting to do it.
Yeah.
But, I think he was very much, he made it clear his intentions were not to squeal and tell everybody.
Correct.
His intentions were he just wanted it because he wanted to hold it over people's heads that he know the name.
I don't trust him.
I do, honestly.
Why? Why not? What has he ever done to
I think
not trust him?
I think he meant it. I think
Well, you rolled for it, right?
I did roll for it.
Or you didn't even, or Bub was like, you don't even have to roll. He's not lying.
No, Tracy rolled for it. Yeah. You
I
rolled
did.
quite well, actually.
I did roll. Yeah. Sense motive.
As sense motive as you can, you're basically, you're reading a toaster, right? Like there's not a lot of tells there. So
it's true.
He seemed genuine in his response. And that's when Ben was like, make him sign a contract. And he's like, I'm a pirate. I don't sign contracts. My word is worth that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think he will. I mean, if I do something to cross him, he might tell,
True. He might forfeit the
He
information.
he's been kind of an open book from the start, honestly.
Yeah.
But yes. But the agreement, I believe, was he will keep the ship for, was it a month or
It's
a month?
30 days.
Yeah.
30 days.
Yeah, 30 days.
Yeah. Your original negotiation was 24. He agreed that he would stay for 30 days and that he would get coffee for the return trip. That was
an Ivan.
Thanks,
Ivan.
Ivan.
That was
Always
an
thinking of my friends. That's the bard's job, leading the group.
Best friends.
Yep. That's in my notes as well. And that's basically everything that I have. Did I miss anything?
I do think that Sera and Ivan kind of bonded a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
We did.
Like over us initially trying to figure out what to do. Like I went to her and I was like, this is the plan. This is what I set up for you because I care.
Yeah, and also you were willing to listen to Sera and what she thought was like the best option. You're like, yep, we'll do that then. So I think that was a good moment for Ivan and Sera. And yeah, poor Anju was sleeping through all of that.
Yeah.
So
there was one small thing. I think one thing that I managed to forget. Anju, you were abruptly awoken with a slap.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
I've got fur and whiskers, and he nicked me. He nicked me.
Cohen showed you the dagger with the glowering Displacer Beast head.
Yeah.
And he made you an offer. Do you remember that offer?
Yeah, he offered to either maybe not kill himself, but to put out a hit or to ensure the death of my sworn enemy who has been trying to get me assassinated, Mido, in exchange for Hal's real name.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. And I don't know. I think he underestimated how much I don't like him and how much I care about Sera and the rest of the group.
Very true. But at some point, your loyalties might falter a little bit because you have to remember it's not that Mido is just targeting you. He's also targeting your parents.
Mm.
And you haven't had a means to get back with them. You haven't had a chance to talk to them about things. So you don't actually know their situation at all. But that's something to consider, something to, kind of mull over. But I think that's where we're at. You guys were told that you had one remaining day. By morning, you will arrive in the goblin market of Rukundral. It's the capital of Galarian's goblin populace. It's not 1,000 goblins. It's not 10,000 goblins. It's like 75 to 85,000 goblins. It's vast. Absolutely vast. Is there any questions you might have or anything that you would like to do on this last day? If you wish to rest, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I think I'd probably chill out. Like, we just almost lost our entire lives, and it's chilling time for me.
Okay.
Are we still in the air?
Yep, you have basically like 16 hours. You'll arrive mid-morning.
Investigate the artifact some more?
Sure. And despite what you end up rolling here, unless you roll a nat 20, you're not really going to net much more. You need different parameters, different tools.
Okay.
You can try. I mean, go for it.
What role is that you would like me to do?
Knowledge Arcana.
Knowledge Arcana.
Wow, it's close.
Yeah, it's close.
Almost. 19.
Yields a lot of the same knowledge. Nothing new is sort of formed here. You realize that you're either you really need access to House Cannith tools. This is an artifact of House Cannith. You know that the curator would be able to open this, or at least has access to what might open it. Interestingly enough, you'll be with them soon. Anything for Tracy?
I think Sera is just going to probably just rest. I am going to see Cohen. He's staying on the ship? It seems he's not going to be in. I'm going to peek and peer and pry and see. Does it look like he's staying? No, I just want to from a distance. I'm like the Russell Crowe Javert, where he's like looking out the window, looking to see what he's like. Where is he? I don't want to talk to him. I'm just snooping.
Okay. He's found solace and a lot of time for himself in that dangling net that seems to swing sort of like a canopy or a what is that called? You drape from tree to tree.
A hammock?
Hammock, thank you. Hammock atop the crow's nest, where it hangs. Nobody else really ventures up there to talk to him. Nobody bothers. Most of the people here also lack the skills to get up there. I mean, a few of you guys have access to that, but if thinking about all of the other regular prisoners, quote unquote, that are aboard the ship, they don't have it. But you're not going to get anything from him. I mean, he doesn't say anything. You will catch periodically, if you glance, It appears that he is writing something, that he has some form of journal or a series of parchments that he's kept to himself. Maybe he's just recording his thoughts. Perhaps he's recording details on the captain, or maybe you.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't seem like he's disembarking anytime soon. And is the ship gonna stay here from our understanding? Or is the captain taking it somewhere?
He has declared that once he lands in Rook'n'Drawl, it'll take 10 days to get it repaired. And that he will stay inside of Rook'n'Drawl, moored, specifically for the grand total of 30 days, so 20 more days.
Okay. Got it. Okay, yeah, I was just snooping, but Sera will leave it at that and then rest.
Okay. And did Anju have anything that he wanted to do? You just sleep? Do you catch up finally on sleep?
I mean, I feel like he would still be pretty paranoid and just kind of, yeah. I mean, he would maybe be involuntarily sleeping, like, yeah,
intermittent napping, just whenever it takes him.
Just trying to get to the end of it.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Nothing interesting.
That's perfect. That's great. It's great that you guys are just having those opportunities at sort of getting back to yourself, whatever normal looks like. So then when next day arrives, by morning, you awaken to the feeling of the vessel no longer just coasting in a singular direction. It's seeming to descend from its precipice in the sky, where it has maintained the speed, the velocity, and height the entire time. It's felt very stable. But the ship has taken damage. And now that he's in descent, the ship rocks. It sways almost as if crashing waves are hitting the boat. But it's not. You know that you're still in the sky. But the sounds is the second thing that brings you to attention. The sounds from below. It's mid-morning when you finally arrive in Rook'n'Drawl. The Goblinoid city was built around what was once the Seran frontier town, and today it's grown into a sprawling Goblinoid metropolis. The city appears as a variety of crazy architectural tapestries, mud, timber huts surrounding ancient structures of stone and brick, interspersed with canvas, tents, and pavilions. Most of the roads here are bare earth, and a few of the other wonders or conveniences of Sharn that are evident here are, well, a little lacking. Within this ramshackle city, a single building dominates the skyline. An enormous tower of red stone that rises from the very center of the city. This is Karm Borost. It is the court of Lesh Haruk, the Hobgoblin King. From whence you finally descend, you overhear the captain from above.
All right, we're here. We're here. Get off my ship. Now?
I'm like already off.
Scout will fly
Jumped
onto
off
Sera's
before
shoulder
it touched the ground.
Sure.
if she allows.
Sounds good.
She would.
Cain will descend from the vessel as well. He does so with haste. He mutters something about seeking more chemical reagents and newer tools to help him with the dissection of the stone. Perceptions, please, from everyone.
My fave. Wait, I don't have my character sheet open. I should probably do that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, oof. Normally I'm very good.
I knew I was
I
missing
guess I'm
something.
technically Hawk form though.
I love when your nat 1 is still a 12.
Yeah.
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 Wait.
Sera
that
with
was
18.
that was a 3.
Scout
Damn.
with a 27 because of Hawk form. Ivan with a 20, and Anju with a 12.
That's horrible.
Maggie,
Sleep deprived.
as Scout, you will see that there isn't much in the way of response from Cain posing his exit. He says what he has to say, he glances back, but never enough to quite give a nod, and he's off. He makes his way off. There's like some comforts here, you can see. He's not bothered by the variety of people that walk these streets, bipedal, quadrupedal, and or more or other. He weaves in and out, and before you realize, he's gone. The sheer amount of people here is enough to drown you out if you lack a guide. For those of you that rolled 20 and below, Maggie, you will also see this. But you hear the sound of feet falling from high above. Cohen. He's descended to the deck surface, and he leaps off the ship. He never looks back. He doesn't say anything to anybody, but he moves into the market. The captain expresses.
30 days. And coffee. 30 days and coffee. Don't be late, or I'll leave you. I have no reason to stay after that. Are we clear?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Understood.
Perfect. Perfect. Be safe. Be safe. Don't
If
talk
you
to
love us,
strangers
you'll have
toward you.
sugar as well for the coffee.
All right.
That's if you love us. It's not required. Buy the deal.
Charon also like wades up next to the side of him, and he kind of waves, gives you like this happy, like strong-armed wave to everybody, waving off goodbye.
Scout will wave.
And
Their wing.
you find yourself exiting the vessel. You land in the tepid red soil. This mix of clay, debris, and a variety of things that have been shaved off over time. It's been paved into such a way that, well, many feet have wore through this soil, beaten it down for years. And you're immediately approached. One person, a small person, a very, very small person. You see their head wrapped up very tightly in a cool blue cloth. Their skin is olive in nature. Their fingers are dirtied red. Their feet are similarly dirtied in red. They don't wear a shirt, and they have small, yet pillowy, like shorts. It's a goblin. A child. He walks up and he waves. Hi! Hi! You must be new! You must be new here.
Yeah, what?
I'm like gonna back up and like hold the bag.
Took your best guess, didn't you?
I don't trust this little kid.
Well, you don't look like you're from around here. I'm Galt, and I'm a guide.
Oh, they make
thought you were a
children
goblin.
guides.
I am a goblin. But I'm a guide. For a fee. It's not much, but I'll help you around.
Perhaps we should
Can
help
I-
this small child.
Can I sense motive?
Sure, go for
I
it.
don't believe small children are created for that purpose, Sarah.
God damn, I'm rolling like shit.
He doesn't seem as if he's trying to like run, but like, pull the wool over your eyes here. He seems pretty genuine, but he put a lot of emphasis on the fact that it's not free, but it is cheap.
Do you have parents?
Somewhere.
What is that? Are you off on your own now, making your own business?
Gotta eat.
It's fair. What's the charge?
2 coppers.
Done.
That's give him a gold.
Gold.
Okay, it's called a Tim.
That's not necessary. 2 coppers. If you give me gold, I might get hurt.
Okay,
Oh.
what if I buy you?
Someone's gonna jump him.
What if while we're here, we buy you 2 gold worth of food?
You see kind of like his mouth slowly starts sidling open, and like there's a drool
hey.
kind of pulling up at the corner of his
You
mouth.
can't steal what you'd put in your stomach.
And like
That's
he
really inefficient to steal.
brings his right hand up over his belly, and it's kind of like it's a bit of like a pooched belly, but he's still relatively thin. And yeah, where do you want to go? Yeah.
How about I give you 2 coppers now, and then we'll see what happens later. You said it was Galt?
Galt.
We're looking for Phelan.
Phelan? I don't know, Phelan.
Affirmative.
I'm looking for a big red tent. Told I can't miss it.
Oh, a red tent. I know the red tent. Yes. You have to be careful. If you're caught stealing, she eats you.
I wasn't planning on stealing. I was hoping that she would have.
Don't look at me.
She's
I would.
She's really pretty though, but don't get caught staring. I heard she plucks out your eyes.
Sounds like
Whoa.
my kind of woman.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Well, I can still show you around if there's anywhere you want to go. There's a lot of adventurers really like a place called Equitus. iniquitous. Iniquitous.
Is this a new job? That you've got?
It's a really hard word to say.
You know what? You're valid.
And then there's...
What is it?
Iniquitous. And a lot of people go there.
That's the same place.
Yeah. A lot of adventurers go there. Then there's the meat den. It's called the Cobalt Skewers. There is the amphitheater. If you want to fight, it's Cirque du Stab. There's a bathhouse.
What is Cirque du Stab?
Cirque du Stab?
Yeah, they fight there. They fight
I can
monsters.
fight somebody and win money.
Oh.
Cirque du Soleil, but stabbing.
Yeah.
I see.
What do I win for winning against the monsters?
I don't know. It's based on, I don't know. I think someone said it was on how many people enter, and sometimes there are people that put up rare treasures.
Oh.
Hi, Scout. We still have one of those light orbs, do we?
Affirmative. It has very little hours of usage, though.
I think we could potentially game the Cirque du Stab, if you will.
Galt is listening.
We could, or we could learn about that bathhouse.
Oh, yeah.
The Paladin wants to go to a bathhouse?
Yeah.
I think we deserve. Look, we were just stuck on that ship for like way too long. I would like maybe a bit of a rest, and then we can think about stabbing.
Galt like steps up to you. You like mud baths too?
Oh, mud baths.
Yeah, it's really good for your skin. Yeah.
Wait, Gold. We know things.
It used to be called Bud's Mud Hole, but nobody liked the name, so Bud renamed it the Mud House or the Bathhouse.
I see. All right.
But it's really popular. Everybody goes there.
We'll put a pin in that. Were there any other places of interest, Galt, that you were?
Every time I show people to Malika's Iniquitous, they like that place. They stay for a long time there.
What is that?
I don't know. They said I'm too young, but there's a lot.
Oh.
And he kind of looks around. There's a lot of ladies that are not really dressed a lot in there.
I see.
Characterized by injustice or wickedness. Sorry.
Well, how about that red tent?
Yeah, I can show you the red tent. What was her name? I don't remember. I'm afraid to ask her. You ever seen someone so pretty it scares you? Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either. I'm not really good at that, but usually when you introduce yourself to people, you say your name, they'll say their name. It's like really, really overpowered move.
Yeah. Come this way though. Come this way. Be careful though, because there's a lot of people. I get lost in the crowd pretty easily, so just keep your eyes on me.
What if you just sat on my shoulders and point the way to go?
Oh. Would that be okay? I don't want to get your clothes dirty.
I got plenty of shirts.
It's really white. It's really, it's kind of shiny.
Yeah, but I assume that at some point here, it's gonna get dirty.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, and like he doesn't want to touch your shirt because like his fingers and his feet are just covered in, it's like they're red. They're just like red clay. So he kind of gives you the uppies, like just waiting.
I'll swing him up with one hand.
Sure.
So he's probably like 30 pounds.
He's a lot closer to like 20, like 18, 20 pounds. He's very, very thin. His bulbous belly is not really a lot going on there, but he's doing the best he can. He's just a little guy.
Yeah.
The little guy.
Yeah. So Galt guides you. He continues to point, and he tells you about all the places. And you will walk for probably 15 or so minutes before you spot this enormous, enormous tent. It dwarfs all of the other tents, just in sheer size. It's probably 6-7 times the size of every other tent that you've discovered. And 90% of these tents here are ran by goblin merchants. They have anything and everything that you could potentially find. Nefarious or normal, magical, non-magical. The people here are from a variety of walks of lives, much like yourselves. You see people, you see elves, you see a lot of just traditional goblinkin, so hobgoblins, bugbears, things of that nature. Humans, to no surprise, you don't really see a lot of dwarves. You don't really see a lot of gnomes either. But plenty of goblins. And the things that may stand out outside of that, they make sure to stay very, very covered. You pass by a variety of places. You see the oily blue tents of a den called Iniquitous. You pass by an incredibly successful stall with this garlicky aroma that sears off of meat. It has an interesting color. Cobalt Skewers is the name of this place. And the meat itself, while it has been seared, it's been burned in a variety of places, you can still see the rich original color of a cerulean blue. You can't think of any creature that's that color. But you pass on. The people here that come from outside of town, most of them seem to have a variety of animals that are with them, either guards or labor pets. But people seem mostly to themselves. They don't stop. They don't make small conversation. But there it is. After 15 minutes of travel, you see the enormous red tent. That's it. That's the one.
Are you gonna wait outside, or are you coming in?
Oh, I don't have any money, and the man who works at the front says that people without money aren't supposed to come in.
I mean, I could. Do you want to come in? I could give you money.
We got money.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wouldn't be a problem? I don't want to cause any problems.
Nah. It's fun to go look at stuff, right? You're not gonna steal. You're not gonna get us eaten, right?
There's a lot of really nice stuff in there, and I've never had nice stuff. So maybe I should wait outside.
All right, you can wait. Here, and I'll flick him like. Do I even have copper on me?
No, I don't think you guys have small denominations of coin.
I have 5 silver. I'll flick him 1 silver, and I'll be like, "Go get some shit from the skewer."
He grabs the coin and immediately bolts off, like just dust
Hey,
kicking
get
up
some
behind him.
stuff for all of us.
Okay. And he's gone.
I didn't know if we could run that. I didn't know I could run that fast. It's alarming.
I imagine that like he runs like 25 steps, face plants, and then keeps running. Like
it's. I mean, you get a general sense that if he slows down or even shows that he has money, he might not come back. Not of his own regard, but of someone else's. But there you stand, in front of this massive red tent. The patterning is very interesting. It seems to lay like rippled scales over the top, and it drapes from side to side, and you see people coming and going, but you never see a front greeter, which is fairly standard in this location. Most people have criers that usher passerbys to walk inside, but not this place. And before you take your first steps into this tent, you notice the people at the front that are coming and going, they seem to spread ways. They create a wide birthing path as an entourage of individuals seem to usher themselves out. Goblins, draped in ringmail, with spears of very high quality. The staves of the spears themselves are decorated to represent a figure of notoriety, of poignance. And you see a man ride out of the tent, on the back of a warg, a large, foul dog. Give me a knowledge nobility.
I got nothing.
Somehow I did well.
Scout?
Got a 21.
You're in hawk form. You've made it pretty clear about that. You are quite good at picking up greater details, finding patterns and similarities in things, and it's in your nature to have remembrance. It's important. You may have to relay these details back to the creator. And you see an emblem emblazoned on the chest. It's a goblinoid head that is red like fire with the eyes glowing in actual flame, and a melting crown around the top of his head. That is nobility. But there is only one noble. There's only one patriarch. That's the Lesh. Lesh Haruk. He's the Goblin King.
Whoa.
Does it look like the guy riding the warg is the Goblin King?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Scout will kind of lean into Sera and say that.
I believe that is Lasharak, the king.
Gosh. Goblin. That's the Goblin King.
Top goblin, to be specific.
Do we bow?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Do we bow? And I'll like half bow towards him.
Does anybody else do anything? Does anybody else bow?
Do we know if we're supposed to bow? With that, would I know the etiquette?
Knowledge nobility in typical situations, I think you're aware that in most patriarchal, or at least in this sort of society, you're supposed to defer to a bow. It's what's normal, but you're not super familiar with what goblinoid society is like.
Okay.
As Ivan bows, the rest of you, in that moment, you pause before you continue to bow, but you see the goblins around him after they parted ways. They strike their chest twice and then hold their fist up with a dagger. You notice everyone has a dagger. Even children have a dagger here. Ivan doesn't notice this because he's fallen to bow. Do each of you immediately bow as well?
No, but I don't have a dagger.
You're also a hawk. Anju?
would not.
How about Sera?
I don't think Sera would either.
Okay. So then do you bow? Or do you do anything? Just watch.
I'm just looking.
Okay.
I would probably also just watch. It's very clear. I'm sure it's very clear we're outsiders. So like, yeah, I think she's just going to watch.
Okay. As he rides out with his group on either side, the goblins seem to kind of push your little squad back. Ivan, you can see them like shields up. They're not shoving, but they're creating a path. Very, very clearly they're creating a path. But you like still maintain and you defer into that bow. And the Lesh stops near you. He looks down to you, eyes furrowed. The rest of you can see. If you look up, you'll see this as well. And this very intense stare and his almost Cro-Magnon-like brows that drape over, hiding the upper eyelids themselves.
Why do you bow?
First time here. Is that not the custom?
Not the custom here.
Teach me.
He dismounts. There's a curious moment there that he kind of lets linger, and then he dismounts.
Here in Rook'n'Drall, we draw dagger, we fight. If we have to fight, and you are here shopping, then you fight too.
I'll pull a dagger out of my side hip and I'll put it up towards him. Like this?
When you pull your dagger, the goblins kind of like push up a little bit closer. But as quick as they move up, the Lesh like shoves them out of like it's literally one kind of cartwheels off to the side from the pressure. As he's clearly not afraid of an elf or even a half elf drawing a dagger on him.
Of course.
And you get that sense. While he is roughly your height, he's every bit of twice your width. Like he's a broad guy. And when you draw your dagger and you kind of stick it out, he grabs your fist and roughly taps your chest twice with it, and then he pulls your arm out, just shoves it right out into the sky.
Do this.
I'll do it again and I'll go, thank you. You're a very kind king.
He lingers on that for a moment.
What is your name?
Ivan?
You go by Ivan.
PP freely. Ivan PP freely.
He stops for a moment when you say that. Freely's not a super common last name. And then you see his lip curl.
Don't stay in Rukendral long, Ivan Freely.
Not a fan of my father.
And he spits.
Like on the ground?
Yeah.
Can I spit on the ground on the same spot?
Of course you can.
That's to my father, not you. Just to be very clear before you chop my head off.
Okay. He nods to you, and then he kind of does just this finger motion to the rest of them. All the goblins sort of like huddle up around the warg, and in a single like leap, he mounts back up on top of the warg, and they start to move down the street. You notice a few of the goblins. The rest of you notice a few of the goblins and some of the passersby. They're kind of watching. Some of these goblins, like it's clear that they aspire to even be remotely recognized by the Lesh. Most of them have never even heard his voice. You just had a conversation with him. He just touched you. They move closer to you. You can hear their whispers. You're starting to draw a crowd.
Well, on that note, shall we head in?
Move.
If he's shopping here, I should be shopping here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I've got a fucking ego on me now.
Sure.
Now that I realize like what just happened.
Sure.
I'm like, oh shit.
A couple of the other goblins kind of nervous about it. Like, ha, 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 ha. Not sure what to do in that moment. They laugh as well. They kind of break off, but they never quite like lose sight of you. They watch. Don't really know what to make of you.
Royalty. Gonna go buy myself one of those dogs to ride out of here.
Do you
Forgot
enter
we were
into the
traveling
tent?
with a celebrity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll kind of enter
No,
in while
it's
like,
okay. We're with
like
him.
like I'm looking behind me, so like I'm not gonna know exactly what's on the other side.
Sure.
I like to think that I like, will comically walk into a guy 5 times the size of me and bump into his big chest.
Sure. And it's actually not far from that. You kind of like have your arms out as you're saying this and you're walking backwards and you do bump into someone. But it's not your back that feels it. You feel hands on your bottom. And then there's a grip. Woohoo! As you begin to spin around, I know this white shirt from anywhere.
No, dude. No.
Ivan? Ivan! Oh, Ivan. How are you?
Is this who I think it is?
It's Charlie Miles.
Oh my god.
Hello, Charlie.
I mean, don't be so excited.
Yeah. What are you shopping here for?
Shop? Here? No. I wish. No. No, I just work here.
You work here now.
Well, I don't want to work here. I don't have a choice.
Oh. Are you at least paid?
Yeah, you could say that.
Indentured servitude.
That's a lot closer, yes.
Didn't he die or something?
I believe you've come to, if unless, did you find out that I was here? Did you come to see me?
Specifically, yeah. No, that was the entire goal was, no, I had no idea. It's good to see you, though. You look well. Better than we last saw you.
When you say that, he goes, I get off at 8, and then with you, I mean, I would be willing to get off again.
Thought you had. I didn't know that indentured servitude had hours.
Well, it's when the tent is live. When this she doesn't work too late. She has many things that she does.
It's your job to just clean things, look pretty.
Yes, that's quite right. And as a historian, I have quite a way around a myriad of trinkets and baubles.
Real quick, I'd really appreciate it. What's her name?
Give me a memory test. D20 plus your so click wisdom for me.
No, I'm asking him.
Oh, you're asking him?
I'm whispering to him.
Oh, to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you kind of like move up to whisper that to him?
Yeah.
When you do that, he kind of like shudders a little bit. He's like, "This is very nice." Sasha, Mistress Sasha.
Mister?
Mistress.
Mistress.
Yes.
Thank you. Is she that way? And I just point generically into the tent.
Oh, yes. You can't find the one that's terminally pretty and try not to comment on her breasts, please.
Oh boy.
I have been told. I've just recently met a man that I wasn't supposed to comment on his nose. And I did all right. I lasted a whole 5 minutes.
Don't die, sweet prince. Don't. Please.
I'm sure you'll take the first bullet for me.
I will not answer that.
See you in a bit. I'll just
He'll take something for you.
Do the four of you descend deeper into the tent?
I would.
Yeah.
Okay, above table, what happened to Charlie? Didn't Charlie get like eaten alive almost?
I am trying to remember what happened.
Almost.
Do we know he's alive, or is this
We
a
healed
reveal?
him. We healed him.
You healed him.
Okay.
Yep, you healed
My
him.
memory.
You brought him back to the surface. He healed, and something happened.
But Shaka Khan or whatever.
Skakan.
Yeah,
I remember
Skakan.
Skakan's name. I remember fucking Skakan.
He had him, and we took him from him.
Yeah. Yeah. You descend, the four of you, deeper into this tent. And while the outside was this rich and vibrant red that seemed to be layered like scales, like ring armor, the inside itself is a variety of colors. It's almost like an oil spill in water. It seems to be a variety of patterning, almost like these bizarre star shapes, rhinestoned in places. Someone has taken great and delicate detail to develop this into such a way. It stands out. It's a jewel compared to the many, many others. And this place is littered with anything that you can think of. And it's not just items. It's not just weapons or armor or wands or jewels. There are parts. It's probably best to say parts. You can tell that it once came from something living. Something that might still be alive. You swear as you pass by that it moved, but you're not certain. But you continue to pace on before your attention is drawn. Unironically, I need everyone to give me a will save with an exception to Scout.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Sera with an 11. Ivan with a 13. Anju with a 15. Anju, it's an even or odd in your favor.
Odd.
It's even.
Fuck.
Something happens as you descend deeper into the tent, passing by these trinkets, these baubles, these parts, the variety of jewels, gems, and feathers, and armors and weapons. You seem to pass through what feels just like a space. And you feel it. There's a heat about it. There's a smell about it. You feel the sweat start to pool up on your brow. The sweet scent, your favorite scent. For each of you, it's different. But not for Scout. Scout, you notice, following their readings, because it's natural for you to watch those around you, everyone's temperature drives up by 2 degrees. And it's very unnatural. You can't explain it. but you feel loose. And if there is one word to explain it, you feel aroused. And then you see her. To describe her as anything other than a portrait of serenity would be a crime to her actual beauty. With raven dark hair that you can't seem to quite make out just how many strands seem to fall in which direction, down to the length of her waist, wearing this beautiful red dress that seems to cycle over the top in strands just covering the front of the breasts, leaving the inner front and outer front exposed. Down to the side, she has a single cloth belt draped up around her, and it falls down just in front, long enough to pass by the knee. Royal, beautiful silks, of which this land has never quite seen, and you can understand why the Lesh might find himself in this company. And when she spins to you, you don't see just a beautiful woman, you see a ferocious look. The look of a woman who could devour you where you stand. For all intents and purposes, she looks human, though her ears seem to be slightly more pointed than not. Her features are very sharp, her jaw is incredibly strong, though her nose is soft and her eyes are welcoming. Everything else about it commands you. Her eyes are crimson red to match her royal silks. And when she moves, it's not just with your typical steps. She floats, like she's commanding the wind around you. And it seems unnatural, but you can't seem to look away. She sees you, and there is a scant wave, just like a hello, but not quite enough to shake you off.
I think that's her.
Never mind. If I failed, I will say that was going to be bad.
What do I say? What do we say?
Excuse me. Mistress Sasha.
Her eyes fall in your direction. She scans the few of you and she focuses primarily upon you, Ivan. Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Salutations.
She moves in unnatural sways over to you before finding your company. She stands about 10 to 15 feet away. She is barefoot. Her feet are also painted the same color of the soil, though she walks on the rugs around you. She greets you. There is a short bow. An extension of respect, if you will, but not enough so to treat you as anything other than someone else who might be purchasing from this place. Ivan, I need a memory test.
Said wisdom?
Yep.
Okay.
Ivan, there is something about this woman that you can't quite place, but you've seen her. You know you've seen her. Her features seem very, very familiar. The eyes, the nose, and the mouth, very familiar, but you can't quite place it. Is there something I can help you with?
First off, do I know you? Have we met?
I think I would remember you.
Is that because I'm attractive?
I like hit Ivan in the arm. Like,
Ivan, give me a sense motive.
Absolutely smitten, dude.
You,
She's never lied. I can tell.
I think I would know you. And I don't think our paths have ever crossed.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I wouldn't want to know me either. I'm pretty stupid and stuff. So Yeah, I'm just like a guy with like a bunch of money, and I'm like wanting to spend it at your like lovely shop.
Then what are you waiting for?
Permission.
To spend?
Consent is very important to me, yeah.
You need my consent to buy my things or my affection.
That's buyable?
When in Rook'n'Drawl, everything has a price.
It's fair. It's fair. Do you have a place I can like splash a bunch of water on my face, preferably ice cold?
See to my aid at the front. Mr. Miles will assist you.
Sure. Wait, oh no, wait, no, I don't want to know. I'll just stay here. No, it's fine.
And what's your name? She looks to you, Sera.
My name is Sera.
Did you come to my tent to buy things as well, or are you attempting to rival my beauty?
No, I don't think I am anywhere matched to your beauty, Mistress Sasha.
I disagree.
Sera, smitten.
Sera sees those pointy ears.
I too am. I am accompanying this group. We are grateful that you've allowed us to be here, and it would be an honor if we could look through your wares.
You're being so very formal. It's just a shop.
I don't know, Sarah is being extra formal.
Yeah, let's get down to fucking business then. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, above table, what the fuck are we doing here? What's the plan? What's the goal?
The captain told Ivan about this place and said Ivan should come here. But the rest of us have no reason.
We're just kind of here.
You guys didn't really need to
I'm following.
come along.
We need to
I'm
find
following
Phelan
Ivan's
is
lead.
who we need to find.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could probably find something here. This place is the
But yeah,
tits.
we can. If
This
you're
is the
looking for
Costco of
something.
the Goblin markets.
Is this?
If you're looking for gear,
Where's the bloody market? This isn't the bloody market.
we
is
are
it?
in
This
this
is
whole
just the
thing.
whole-
is
The
bloody
whole place is
market.
called the
the
Bloody
whole
Market.
thing. Got it.
75,000 goblins of market.
As you're you're kind of you're having these bit of conversation, right? Like you're sharing words with her, and she's expressing that you're being so formal. Each of you can hear kind of off in the distance the sound of something exploding, like a tremendous explosion. But you notice that her response never quite changes. She never looks in that direction. And as you glance out of the tent, none of the people here, the people walking down the street, they don't even give it a cursory glance.
What was that?
I'm sure that was just an explosion.
From what?
Doesn't matter. It's exploded.
I like the way you look at life.
So real.
Well, thinks
You're
about
so
that for a
right.
moment. Contemplates that.
You'll come to realize that many things here come to a swift end or a quick purchase. And that
Fair.
is commonplace.
Anyways, hey, I was told by the captain. You know him?
I know many captains.
Well, that's just like his name.
Strickland, Captain Strickland.
No, he didn't like that. He just said the captain.
You'll have to give me something more to work with than captain.
Robot, weird nose.
Than captain, of course.
Yeah.
Fancy gun.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Do you have anything like that? Like super fancy like that? Like one of a kind, super mystical object. You would want
Anything that
to kill me
anything that
for it?
magically emits sunlight. Just as an example.
Specifically sunlight or something else.
I guess I don't know if there's other options to that. It has to be sunlight, right?
Pretty sure, yeah. Okay, I'll just spill the beans so like we just know our life stories, and then I'll tell you my life story and then you tell me yours.
Stop.
Her
eyes focus on you for a moment. And she steps up to you and she kind of grabs your hair and raises your hair probably like 4 or 5 inches up and
I
pulls
get chills all over my entire body.
She pulls the hair up over your face. And then you see this look of disgust kind of hit her face. This, like, her brow like sinks down, the eyelids tighten, the lip purses up super tightly. I lied. I do know you.
God, I wish that were me.
Oh? When did we...
She takes a few steps to the side, to the right, and she shifts behind a series of what looks to be like draperies, sort of like, think ornate rugs and various linen that seems to be hanging. And as she does so, she grabs one and she wraps herself up. She seems to wrap herself up. You see it kind of drape over the top of her arm. And as she walks out, she's covered up the top of her head and just at the chin. And she steps out looking slightly different, though you can see her face. It's very clear. But then she does something surprising. She hunches her back down, giving herself a bit of an arch. And when she glances up at you, her face seems to age. Give me a wisdom test, Ivan.
Oh, no, I know what this is. Out of game, I know what this is.
Ivan, you can't possibly mistake this person. Once upon a time, there was a woman that you sold multiple jars, vials, flasks of snake oil, of a solvent, a fix-all. And she cursed you.
Oh, shit.
I can explain. Wait, were you scamming me?
You see her stiffen her back up, and as she does so, it's almost like the age falls off of her face. It washes away back into that pristine, almost carved from stone look. And she lets the drapery fall as well. No. But I don't like to be known everywhere I go. So you have this aura about me. Something about me seems to draw attention. Have you seen how foolish you've acted since you've been here?
Yeah.
It's unwanted attention.
Sorry.
Everyone's temperature has raised.
I do. Bring the heat up a bit.
That is interesting. How do you do this?
This is awkward. No, this is really awkward, guys.
What is this? What is that we just saw? What do you know each
She's-
other?
She's the one that cursed me. She cursed me. She gave me the curse.
What?
Well, perhaps she can uncurse you.
She's
That's
the
true.
one that did
Yeah.
this?
Yeah,
Oh.
she seems nice.
How? When? You know her?
Yeah, I sold her some the elixir, the potions.
I don't know why. I just get the feeling you deserved it.
Okay.
Maybe-
a
maybe-
little bit.
maybe-
Far.
I'm just staring at her.
Maybe she can cure you.
Is that
Oh, yeah,
true?
that.
Is there
That's what
a
I meant to
reversal
say.
to this?
There
Or
might be
do I even-
a reversal for the curse, but I don't see the point in reversing your curse.
That's fair, honestly.
You find
No,
yourself
that's-
often trying to take advantage of older women just because.
A first recursal.
I did for a while, yeah.
And what did you learn?
I learned how to get cursed.
It doesn't seem as if you've learned much. What's happened to your eyes?
I
You
died as a raccoon. Wait, did you choose all the animals or is it just random?
You don't remember.
No.
And I'm not going to tell you.
Oh. I mean,
Well, I know now that if I die, I just like become the animal. So
I can
maybe
tell
I'll just
you
die
how
as all the
to
animals.
fix it. But it's going to be harder than you might believe.
Okay.
I desired for you humiliation. I can't stand when
Oh,
people
he's had
try
plenty
to
of
take
that.
advantage of me or of the elderly. I find it repugnant. You must suffer humiliation for each animal you take.
That's fair. Wait, each animal I take? I didn't choose these. I woke up cursed.
You don't remember. It was because of
No.
me.
Right, you cursed me. No, yeah.
You found yourself awake, and then at night you turned into a strange animal. That animal changed in a variety, one of 8. Am I wrong?
No, that's it. Yeah, I've counted 8. I mean, unless there's a 9th, but I think it's just 8.
It's a really cool mechanic. You did a great job, honestly.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Something I've worked on for a very long time. You wouldn't be the first.
There's more people like me.
Quite a few.
Same animals?
It's what I had lying around at the time.
What you had what?
Lying around at the time.
Wait, these were real animals?
Oh, yes.
I break down crying. I killed 8 animals?
Well, they still live on inside you unless you die in one of their forms.
So those instincts that I have, those aren't real instincts. Those are its thoughts.
Yes.
This is torture.
It's punishment.
I mean, there's not
Deserved.
There's nothing so wrong about being an animal.
Can the animals be freed?
Of course. Of course they can. Well, with an exception to the raccoon.
Yeah.
They can be freed. But you must succeed in humiliation. And you can't chase it. Unfortunately, it must be something that comes naturally. And from my immediate read, you've had some success. Some success.
I have.
Yes. It's my magic. I can read my curses. Even if you can't see it, I can. You're on your way.
Wait.
So the more humiliation he experiences,
Will any other animals die because of me?
That is for you to decide.
Fair. No, that's fair.
This is tough. It's going to be hard. For what it's worth.
Well, that's actually why I'm here. Hi. We just start over and pretend like you aren't scary old lady that cursed me. Sorry, not you right now. The old lady that you were impersonating earlier. I don't know how old you are. Wasn't saying anything about your appearance. You're very attractive, by the way.
My name is Sasha. You've
Nice
met
to meet you, Sasha.
Charlie. He's my attendant. He served
We
me
actually
well the
saved
last
Charlie's
20
life.
years.
What? 20? We met him like a year ago.
I didn't say they were continued years.
That's fair.
He comes and goes from time to time. The rest of you seem so far out of sorts. Seeing him here, not a surprise. Eventually all toys make their way back to their master.
whoa! God, I wish that were me.
You're really just jealous that I'm getting any attention. It's even though it's like the most humiliating, degrading, saddening, depressing.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not hearing any downsides,
Anju's
brother.
into that.
Jesus Christ. Do you want to curse him real quick? Can you curse him so he can see how it feels?
we're not, I wouldn't say we're out of sorts. We are.
Some of us are out of swords.
We are on a mission. We are looking for Phelan. Do you know where we might find them?
Phelan? Yes,
Affirmative.
I'm familiar with Phelan.
Do you know where they are?
I might be aware of where you can find him. What do you have? Why? You have to consult with Phelan.
Got like a super secret mission that's really cool and secret and cool and awesome.
He's going to provide us transport.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, should we not?
That makes sense. Phelan does have something rather unique. He is... Have you seen the vessels that fly? I'm assuming that you have.
Came in on one.
Yeah.
We just came from one.
Quite familiar.
The captain. Remember the captain guy?
Yes, yes. Phelan has something...
We almost died.
Very similar, except it is land-based. He is quite tickled with it. It's his most prized possession. It's an elemental-powered land cart. I know where to find him.
Interesting.
Cain,
He's not cheap.
Can you please tell us
Cain
where
would
to
love
find
that.
him?
You are very kind. Please and thank you so
Thank you.
strong with this one.
Please, can you
I'm not very
uncurse me?
strong, but
I
I'm
can't.
fast.
I cannot uncurse you.
That's fair. Can you help me control it?
I can.
Fuck yeah.
But why should I? Why should I
I'm
help
trying
you
to be
control
built.
it?
That's fair. I was gonna talk. Trying to learn. Do better. And I just feel like so much of what I do for a living happens at night, that it could be useful to continue my learning with some sort of control.
When you turn, where do you discover you're struggling the most? In the ability of the form, or in the ability to communicate?
Probably the communication thing. I've honestly found a little bit of use out of every single one of the forms, except the mushroom. That was a very lonely night. I've only turned into that guy once.
It's unfortunate. The Dwemmers are fine. Fine creatures. I can help you. I'm going to guess that you probably don't have much in the way of money.
Might be right. Maybe you're wrong.
Fine. I can give you something to help you with the communication, but it is going to cost you. What that means to you is entirely for you and yours. I'm going to guess as well that because it's money, it's probably a group pot.
Actually, not really. I kind of got my own stuff.
Interesting. How much do you have, Ivan Freely?
Feels like it changes the price if I tell you how much I have.
It doesn't, but I can tell you how close you are to buying it.
How much is the price then?
Ivan, I don't want your money. You're going to need it, especially if you're going to speak with Phelan. Because Phelan doesn't work for free.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. You're not talking about the...
Not
How much
many
money do we have, guys?
Yeah, how much do we have?
I
I have not been keeping track of our.
I mean, I've got like
wiping.
I've got like 80 gold on me.
Well, I'm correct in remembering. So you guys,
100 gold and 150 platinum. I think. I'm not saying this out loud.
Sure,
Currently,
sure.
That's what I've got written down.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a pouch of 150 platinum and a casket containing 100 gold left.
Yeah.
We've spent some.
Yeah.
Because we've ruined an inn and some other things.
Remodeled.
Yeah, worked on that remodel.
And we have a bunch of other stuff too.
I'm interested in entertaining an offer. But as you can see, I have many things. Money's not really much of an issue. And I have many homes that I can go to periodically as I desire. So, enlighten me.
With
What's your offer? Or what?
How much money?
She steps away, and she comes back after a few moments, and she seems to be carrying what looks to be a necklace. It is very tight chained. The chains themselves seem to look like they're solid crafted metal with choker points on it. So when it's on you, it's not really going to bounce around and flop. It's going to stay very, very close to the neck. And the pendant itself looks to be some really kind of interesting, almost a Celtic knot, but it's wrought and twisted into the shape of a mouth. You'll need this. If communication is the most difficult part, then this should assist you. You'll be able to communicate freely and understand as well.
even languages that I don't already know?
No.
Okay. It's fair. It's fair. And it like changes size when I change size.
It will change with you.
That's fucking awesome.
You won't have to worry about chasing it down. But if you take it off, it's gone. Not that it's gone forever, but you understand. If it gets left behind or stolen, that's entirely upon you.
Okay. That's fair. No, that's fair.
I can be shrewd. I can drive hard bargains. It's in the nature of what I do for a living, but I see that you're attempting to repent. Your curse mark is coming along. And I can tell that you're genuinely sorry now, knowing what happened to the raccoon.
Animals are better than us.
They can be.
They don't deserve this fate.
He tried to eat a dagger.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, and then I ended up eating poison. It was really shiny poison, and I ate it.
It wasn't you. It was the. Well,
like honestly, I'm not gonna. If you weren't drawing my attention so much, I feel like I would have a raging migraine from this place.
It can be a lot. I understand. It was designed that way. You've maintained silence for so long. I want you to make the offer. Which points to you, Sera.
Oh, God.
It's clear that they are struggling to think in my presence. You seem to be having a easier time.
So when she says make the offer, is she saying, does it seem like she's open to there? What was it she said that she wanted? There was
She's open to basically anything that looks creative. Because you look around, she has a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff. She's probably got a lot of money. She said she's
a hoarder, man.
She's got homes. She's a
landlord.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking. Scout, perhaps there's something you have of value that we could offer. Something from perhaps a part of you or your build.
I do not like this idea.
I'm not saying like
Would you offer your own arm or leg?
No. Not something that you need, but something perhaps not. I
Scout
don't
is
think
very confused. Scout thinks that Sera wants to give a part of Scout away to
Scout
this lady.
donating
Also,
parts.
Scout like looked around because you said there were like parts of something
Yeah.
like here.
All kinds of
Scout
somethings.
like legitimately thinks you want to give parts of Scout's body to this lady.
That was the direction that was going in my head. But I don't want to give something up that's actually going to harm Scout.
But Scouts, each of Scout's limbs do have like a weird tattoo enchanting thing on them.
Yeah.
She continues to wait before, you kind of like, Sarah's not very, she's not very stoic in the sense that she just stands still. Sarah's like, I feel like she moves a lot, lots of hand stuff.
Yes,
and she
Sarah's
may spin
very
a little
animated.
Bit. Yeah, I get that vibe. And
I have something that might be interesting.
Hit me with it. What you got?
I pull out a candle that I had recovered from the lair that we found with the 2 demons.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I look to her and I say, "Do you have a light?"
Oh.
I hold out the candle.
You offer me an ever-burning candle.
Damn it.
What? I mean, it's
not good.
It's unique in the sense it looks very old, but I must say I am familiar with those.
So that's kind of fine. I wanted it anyways.
But I see something. That cute blade of yours on your back.
Oh no.
Where did you get that?
I got it. We found it during our travels.
Same place we got the candle.
Yes, in a cave somewhere along the journey. Why do you ask?
No reason.
You're interested in, aren't you?
I know a thing or two about that blade.
Of course you do. What's Sarah's little sass?
You have someone you love.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. That's not very convincing. You either love them or you don't.
I do.
Do they love you?
Yes.
That's not very convincing either.
I was quite certain they did, and somebody has recently poisoned my thoughts and made me question things.
I want that. I want that poison.
Oh.
The what?
Do you want me to tell you about it?
No. If you allow me, I'll take it from you.
Oh, shit. All right. Give me a moment here to process this. She wants to take the bad thoughts that I'm having. Like basically it was really Cohen who was like, he doesn't really love you. This is all an act. And now Sera is like doubting if he does. So am I able to, I can roll for it. Am I able to interpret what she means by she wants to take this poison? Does she want to, if she does that mean I no longer have the doubts and I'm just happy and in love? Or
this is all above table. This you're saying this above table. So
yes, this is Sarah's inner
you can you can communicate with her, right? You can talk with her, or you can also talk with the others about what that might mean as well.
Yes, actually, you're right. You want this poison. You want the thoughts that have been given to me that make me question my love.
I want what poisons your mind.
And if you take it, then shouldn't that benefit? I mean, perhaps you want me to feel benefit from this, but I feel like that would be a good thing for me.
You will be freed to make many more decisions.
I will be free to make more decisions. Because I won't have the seeds of doubt?
Manner of speaking.
I look to the others. Do any of you... I am willing to do this, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what it means for me.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what any of that means. To be honest, don't look at me. That sounds complicated.
As Sarah's like looking to us for aid, Scout will kind of see if does this lady mean to be helpful?
And your sense motive?
Yeah.
The way that she speaks it's circular in logic, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. She's not being very clear. She could just, it doesn't make sense specifically to Scout because Scout, everything is 1 + 1 = 2. Why not just say you're going to take the bad? Why say that you're going to take the poison?
Well, I think what Scout was looking at was like the idea of taking this bad memory from Sera to free her to make more decisions. I think that logic to Scout sounds beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah, same for Sera. It sounds like a good thing. And I'm like, oh, maybe she does want a good thing. And she's not trying to fuck me over. But that doesn't seem... She kind of...
more decisions.
She tells to you again. A seed of doubt has been planted, and I will rend the soil so that it can grow no more.
This sounds quite beneficial to me.
What's the catch?
Yeah, so sign me up.
There is no catch. There's no catch.
Is this what you're...
Except for you.
Do you just enjoy seeing people in love? Because I, too, I am a paladin of love, and I wish to see people happy, and any type of love, whether it be romantic or familial or friendship, I want to do what I can to restore that love. So is that something you also have an oath to do?
I have an oath to whatever keeps me most interested. And this memory, this poison, this seed, it's interesting. No worries, I'll have it.
What do you plan to do with it?
I'll have it for forever. I pluck these things. I keep them. I bottle them. But they're hidden away. A place where only I can traverse.
You're
And then what
very
do you do with them?
mysterious.
I've had a long time to master the mystere.
What do you do with them?
Sometimes
These
I visit
battles.
them. I like to watch them. They play over in my head like fast-moving pictures.
Interesting.
Well, I'm willing to offer this in exchange for helping us find.
She holds up the pendant and she expresses where you will be able to find one by the name of Phelan.
Help us find Valen. Yes, all right. Consider it a deal then. I said the word.
Okay.
I will offer this to you.
Okay. As you offer this to her, she nods in agreement. Ivan, she whisks this over. She basically just like overhand throws this to you. Not hard, but in a way that you know it'll kind of float to you. And it doesn't really hit you like someone whipping it over to you. It kind of slow falls at you. You now have this necklace.
Thank you. Genuinely. I came here with so many questions about different forms of control, choosing the form or way to maintain human form at night temporarily, even a way to just fucking keep my clothes when I come back in the morning, but I feel like I don't deserve them now after your kindness.
I would like to be clear. There are some added bonuses and benefits to that necklace. While you're wearing it, you will be completely immune to contracting diseases. Entirely.
What? Just a small perk.
Just bear in mind, if you are already infected with a disease, it may be suppressed, but it will always be there until it's treated. So yes, you will have disease immunity. You will also be able to freely communicate when in altered form.
Question. The Mournlands, is that considered as a disease if I go there?
No.
All right, just making sure. You gotta ask, when there's a mystical land that nobody really understands except maybe you, because you know everything and you're really pretty.
I encourage you to not go there.
Yeah, I don't really want to go there.
We do keep hearing that.
I encourage that much.
What if the fate of the world's at stake?
If not today, then tomorrow. The fate of the world is always at stake. Pick your battles. It'll be here tomorrow. She steps to you, Sera. She moves in, and it's kind of difficult to explain. It sort of looks like how, have you ever seen a shark swim, like circle its prey in water? Sort of like watching it sizing up and down. She does this, except significantly closer. You will intermittently feel like the drapes of a finger drag across your armor or hit just the nape of the back of your neck before she stops shoulder to your shoulder, and she leans in, almost like someone who would give you like a soft hug. And you feel a breath on your ear. But then you hear this like almost suction-like noise and words. She begins chanting in a language that you have no idea. You can't understand it, make heads or tails of it, but it sounds incredibly old. And she feels your sorrow. She feels your concern, your questions. And you lose them. You lose your questions. You lose your sorrow. Doubt is stripped away from you at its very core. And as fast as it started, it's over. I think you'll be satisfied.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate your help.
You don't have to be so formal. You've paid.
Yes, of course.
Now you'll have an opportunity at making new memories and finding new loves.
How do I feel right now? Do I feel like, does Sera feel different? She's gonna like take a moment to just like, as she's saying this, like Sarah's actually gonna take a moment to close her eyes and just kind of meditate for a moment in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Scout's just like looking at you. Like,
yeah, I'm just gonna.
You feel fine. You take sort of the grander feel over things, and you know what? There is a certain amount of stress that has been relieved. Your shoulders don't feel as tense. Your jaw doesn't feel as tight. You think about the things that Cohen has said, and it doesn't have as much effect on you. You feels like it's been fleeted, like it's been removed.
And when I think about Hal, I still think happiness.
Yeah, you think happiness, but
okay, good.
But Hal is just a guy.
What?
Hal is
a man.
He's just a guy that you had some memories with. You had some experiences with. You shared a bedchamber a few times. It was fun. You shared stories. And that was a nice night.
What?
That love that you had fostered for the one with the pen name Hal. It seems non-existent. We're going to take our break right here.
Tracy's like, no.
We're going to take a break right here, and maybe when we return, we will have Cobalt for the last bit. So we'll be back in just a minute, guys. Enjoy your breaks, and we'll see you in like a 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that. So see you guys in just a minute. Do what you do. And we're back with part 2 of Shadow's Last War, episode 15. Our camera turns. It leaves the red scaled tent that we've come to collectively know as the home of Mistress Sasha and her attendant, Charlie Miles. As our camera turns, it finds an individual walking the labyrinthian bloody market, the goblin market itself of Rukendral. Cain. You've not been at it very long. You expressed before you got off the vessel, the Fallen, that you were going to find reagents, or you were going to find tools to assist you in studying this device. But the truth is, what nobody else was aware of, is that you snuck off the ship something that you promised you probably wouldn't. It was Shard. It's one of the larger pieces that snapped away from the dragon shard itself. You have it on you. Sort of smuggled it, but who's to say smuggled? It's yours, right? Nobody else wants anything to do with it. But it's yours, and you have it. I'd like to know where you want to go with this.
I want to find somebody that can look at it, maybe give me information.
Okay.
About it, or
give me a knowledge local.
Or okay. Oh, character sheet. Knowledge local. Okay. Look at it again. Oh, no, I think it's just lagging. Maybe I should reload it.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's not rolling anything.
Do you see what your bonus is?
It's +8.
1d20 plus 8. 13. Okay. You're pretty much ignored in most places. Most people seem to you ask questions about trying to get guidance about where you might be able to go, and you're pretty much ignored. You are able to stop a small group of adventurers, not all too dissimilar from yourself. You do see that there is a caster amidst the group. They seem to emblazon a lot of the same fashion that your typical caster might. It's loose robes, leather boots. They also have a similar staff to yours. And you're able to catch their eye, at least for a moment, and you ask a question. What is that question?
Where would you go to find information about things around here?
He pauses for a moment, and he glances around, just because people...
Okay, I'm functioning. There we go.
Oh, nice. That's actually going to yield you some other results as well. He glances around just to see if this isn't some sort of like ruse or setup. I mean, you are in the goblin market. Some of these things can happen. Sometimes in broad daylight at that. It's still very early. He goes, you must be new here. You, I mean, typically...
Right off the boat.
You hit the tavern if you're seeking information. And there is a few places that you can go. I'd recommend if you're eager to find any information, there is a broker of details. You can find the Clenched Fist. It's a small tavern. It's pretty easy to locate. Just ask around. See, just holler out Clenched Fist and people will point you there. The proprietor's man is honest enough, but he's a broker of details. Calls himself Cheddar Jack. And if you're looking for something a bit more obscure, I would say that you could find your way to Iniquitous. If it's magical information that you're seeking, find your way to Iniquitous. The matron there, she knows a thing or two, but she doesn't talk to everyone right away.
Do I need to speak with this Cheddar Jack to get to Iniquitous?
Oh no. You can't miss Iniquitous. It's wholly unique in the way that it's designed. Look for the oily blue and black tent. You can't miss it. You find many people coming and goings.
Okay. Thank you for the advice. I'll be on my way. Let's go, Squeaks.
He kind of nods to you and he's off on his way. He's going in a different direction. And you'll look for a short while before you do stumble upon a tent that matches the description of what's called Iniquitous. And sure enough, the oily black and blue robes, or the tent itself, seems to kind of stand out. It's very sore thumb-esque in this area. And you see the sign. It looks to be... it's almost bizarre how it's designed. It's got this like beautiful illustrious lettering, but it's almost like, I want to say bedazzled. Like it looks very clear that they've designed this in such a way that it's to catch the adventurer's eye. But the period mark at the end where you would see like whatever the tagline is actually just a pair of panties. But you see people coming and going. He wasn't lying. Many adventurers, men and women, seem to walk in and out. They walk in sad, and as they come out, they seem quite elated, very happy.
Well, let's get on with it. We've got to get back to the rest of the group before they cause more mischief.
Sure. You find your way into Iniquitous, and at first, it is quite involved. There's quite a few people, and it's very difficult. It's like stumbling into a restaurant at lunchtime. Very, very busy place. And while it sort of drowns out the outside, the exterior, it is rather lively in here, and it feels more like a bar than much anything else. You get this greater sense that there's comforts in this place. You can see that people here are drinking, but most everyone here seems to be signing off on documentation. They're greeted to a seat, and they find what looks to be the equivalent of a clipboard in front of them, and there is documentation at every one. A man steps to you and asks if you have any weapons. You have any means to harm yourself or others?
I've got my staff. I use it to help me walk. And my magic!
No magic in this place.
Right.
Is this your first time?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, a few rules. Don't assault the women. Make sure you have coin
to be
upon you.
insulting themselves enough already.
Oh no, those are adventurers. You haven't seen our women's yet. Once you do so, you'll know they stand out a bit more. Don't be surprised by how they're dressed. Do you come alone or do you come with a party of people? Because we do have package deals.
I am here alone with just me and my familiar.
Well,
looking for information on various artifacts. Perhaps magical in their design.
Wait, excuse me, what are you here for? You're looking for artifacts.
I'm looking for an information broker.
An information broker? Are you sure you're not looking for the clenched fist? I mean, it's a tavern, and Jack set you right up, but if you're here... You know what this place is, right?
I think this might be a brothel.
Well, it's pretty close to that, yes. It's pretty close to that, yes. Sit down. We'll have one of the girls that help you. So go ahead and sit down.
I don't need that kind of help. I need information.
Well, will you sit down anyway? Because honestly, I'm quite tired of talking to you.
I've got my eye on you.
I'd rather you not. Just go sit the fuck down.
All right.
You find your way over to a chair. You're sort of guided. It's weird, right? This is entirely weird for you because you stumble into a place that it's not all too kind for yourself. You'd not often find your way into a brothel, but you know a brothel when you see one. But something does feel very weird about this because when you sit down, the stool itself, the chair where you sit, it's sort of shaped like it's got dividers on the left and right hand side, and there is a swivel desk that kind of, when you sit down, it moves up to in front of you. And there is a sheet of parchment and an ink and quill in front of you. And on this document, it makes note of things that you desire.
Ooh. Information.
It states a general desire for masculine or feminine. If you're looking for someone of size, of X stature, if you're looking for someone who might be more informed, they're considered older. It's kind of your call here. Whatever your desire is.
I don't think I'm in the right place.
Okay. You glance down at the last bit of writing, and in the last bit of details, it expresses that as you go to sleep tonight, you are encouraged to not drink, as drinking will weaken your desires. And as you're reading over these details and finding this out, a woman does approach you. She seems to almost fade in, like there's a dust that follows her. And what you see before you is not what you expected. This is not your standard brothel. The woman is probably 5'3", 5'4". She's of slender design. She looks more tiefling than anything else, but her features strike you with something else. She has, where the whites of the eyes would be, they're all black. And the eye, the iris itself is this radiant, crystal-like blue. She has leathery-like wings and small horns at the top.
Succubus.
She approaches you. She says, excuse me, sir. Have you fulfilled your documentation on your desires.
What I desire is not a person. It is information on a thing. I need to find a person that can tell me about this thing that I possess.
Then you wish to dream of something. Is this why you've come?
But dreams aren't real.
No, but they can be real. We can do that for you.
Well, how would dreaming help me?
Will you find clarity in ways that you could never before? Additionally, you can't hurt yourself or others in your exploration.
Could I deep dive into my own psyche?
I suppose if that's what you desire. Do you seek a guide?
What the hell? I'll fill it out. We'll give it a try.
Do you seek something more? I feel like you may be in the wrong place.
I am very blunt. I would like information on magical items.
What kind of magical items? I've come to know many in my many years of life.
It's a dragon shard, but an unusual one.
Please keep your voice low.
I'm not crazy. I wouldn't bring it with me.
Perhaps you should speak with the matron. I think you should speak with the matron. Would that be fine to speak with someone who is more informed on the subject?
Yes. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. Information.
We have a private area.
All right. I'll not be ambushed.
I don't know if you'll have much of a choice. Just depends on how you compose yourself. She stands. She seems to call out. She says 3 words. Nobody responds to it, with an exception to the other succubus that occupy this place. And as your eyes turn, there are many succubus in this place. It dawns on you that the people that are entering and exiting this place, they're not here for sex. They're here for dreams. Dreams of their darkest, fulfilled fantasies, and you realize that there is no exchanging of money. They're exchanging
life essence.
They're exchanging vitality for dreams.
Yeah. Fuck that.
When she stands, she says the 3 words. She says, Malika the putrid. And when she says that, all of the other succubuses stand at attention and look in your direction. It's almost like Village of the Damned. They turn and face you. Another woman appears. This one slightly taller than the rest. This woman is a little different. She doesn't seem to have horns. Nothing about her really strikes you as much in the way of significance for being a succubus. Enchanting is the word that I would use to describe her. What may appear to others as you see this kind of like fading, this almost weave between the natural vision. Your eyes are explaining one thing, but the shard thrums on your person, and it blurs the truth with reality, the lie and the fallacy. What moves to you isn't some beautiful woman. It's a hag. A night hag. This enchanting night hag defies the usual grotesque and frightening features commonly associated with her kind. She seems to possess an otherworldly beauty that both captivates and unnerves those who gaze upon her. Her face exquisite, blend of symmetry and allure with high cheekbones and a very delicate jawline. Her skin pale, almost luminescent, a shade of lavender, smooth and flawless. She gives a very ethereal and unearthly charm. She moves to the one that called her name, Malika the Putrid, which still none of the other attendants, the patrons of this location, seem to have even taken notice of her. The succubus in front of you bows, and the woman stands in front of you, just feet. She extends her hand, and it weaves in that vision again between this delicate and beautiful, captivating woman, and the nightmares that marks a night hag. You take her hand.
Yeah, with my creepy hand.
Her eyes follow down to yours, and then back to your face, and she turns, still with the hand extended. And she leads you to the rear side of Iniquitous. You're taken to a small room. Hazard to call it a room, it's more like a tent within the tent. There are 2 pillows and a small table just between them. The music seems to die out around you. And she sits, offering you a spot. Do you take a seat?
Yeah, I'll lean my staff up somewhere nearby, and I'll have a seat. And he's just gonna reach right into his robe with his dragon hand and wrap his scaly fingers around the thing, and he's just gonna pull it right out and show it to her without even saying anything.
When you brandish this in front of her and she sees this, her eyes fall to yours again before back down upon this object in front of you. And she knows not immediately what to say about this. She just says, it's different. Why is it different?
That's the mystery. I need any sort of hint or clue that will lead me in the right direction. To discover maybe its origin or its purpose.
What do you hope to gain from this?
The most important thing, and that's knowledge.
This knowledge may cause great harm to you. Is that what you're willing to offer?
Whatever this thing is already has
It's
a
claws
grip
in you.
on me.
Yes.
That's right.
What do you know of it so far?
Well, I've been told by my horrible ex-partner who betrayed me that I went crazy experimenting on myself with it 20 or so years ago and then put myself into exile.
What have you seen?
I remember leaving out of anger because she stole my research.
How far have you gone? Have you begun to see things? Hear things?
Only once or twice.
Has it commanded you?
We were in a dangerous situation, perhaps involving the torture of myself, and I was forced to call upon things that are more so given control. There may have been a few spells cast outside of my normal range of magic.
You speak in ifs and maybes because you're afraid to speak.
They did, yes. No, I murdered like 5 people.
Good. Finally getting to the source of the matter. Did you want to harm them?
I just wanted them to get their hands off of me and to release us. And when it seemed impossible, I turned to a power I didn't understand fully.
There are powers that you...
Still don't.
I would recommend that you leave to the side. Some memories are best left that. You play with something beyond your station, beyond your scope of understanding.
You speak in riddles. I need to learn how to either control this or rid myself of it.
It may be best that you die. She's already reaching through you. I can see it on your hand.
Yes, it is hard to hide. And who is she?
The first daughter of Kyber.
I would know who that is, right?
You could hazard a guess. Give me knowledge history.
Do we have any rerolls?
We have one.
Okay, there we go.
Much better, and you met the DC. You know that, based on some of the context clues that you've been given so far, and this isn't the first time you've heard the first daughter of Kyber. You know Kyber as one of your progenitor dragons. Basically your start, where the whole universe kind of kicked off, right? First daughter of Kyber is Tiamat.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
She calls to you. She pulls. She wants to be freed.
And she thinks I can do this, or am I just the first one to come in contact with the shard? Is the shard some sort of key then, or
Have you heard?
some seal, perhaps?
Have you heard the story or the tale of that birds post-birth, post-hatch, once they've come to adulthood, they know to fly wherever they fly to, that it's something ingrained in them at birth?
Simple biology.
This happens with hags. We know truths from beyond our teaching. And all hags know of Kyber's stones. There are 3. You have 1. When the 3 are unlocked, she will rain forth a terror that none of us can even dream of. It's believed that she will be the tool to unearth Kyber from his prison. You're playing beyond your station. Wherever you have what remains of the stone, you should anchor it in another dimension, hide it away, burn the ledgers, the guides, the maps, and tell no one of it.
Are there any rumors of where the other 2 might be?
Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you.
You've been very helpful.
Do you think that knowing where they are is going to help you cure whatever malady you have? She will echo through you until you die. She will continue to pull upon you, weakening your mental fortitude, and those around you will lie at your feet because of you. Their blood will be on your hands.
I died a long time ago, and I've already got blood up to my knees.
Then do yourself and your allies a favor. And just finish it.
Oh! Whoo! You just got literally told to kill yourself in game.
I think these old bones have another trick or 2 yet. I'll protect the shard for now.
There is no prophecy that says that anyone that possesses the stones will succeed. And that goes beyond teaching. That's in our blood. And may you not believe me, it's fine. But we are the twisted offsprings of the Fae and Tiamat's blood, which is why night hags exist.
Shouldn't you be looking for the shards then?
Why? Look at what I've built for myself. Success. A family that I protect. The vitality that I sow from the mortals around me. And if she were to be reborn, what do you think would happen? I would be dust.
It does sound rather apocalyptic.
You have no idea. You have no idea. You should leave.
I shall take my leave then. What do I owe you for this information?
Never come back. Find your way into a
Fair
pit
enough.
and stop. Just stop breathing. That would be the best payment.
You do the same. I'll be leaving now.
She smiles at you in one image as the matron of Malika the Putrid. And as that shard kind of falls back to your person, it weaves the fallacy with reality. And it's this wicked, mottled grin of somewhere between fear and malice. Night hags are not known to be friendly.
Looking lovely, my dear. Perhaps if I was more sane, I would be more stricken with fear.
Do you leave Iniquitous?
Yeah, I'm gonna bury that information deep down inside of me and go find my party.
Okay, okay.
Not the first time he's heard world-ending information, so.
I feel like I'm the doomed traveler from Diablo with the shard in its head right now. That's what I feel like. I'm just stumbling along, looking, you know. The dragon might burst out of my chest, you guys. You don't know.
Look, he was paying someone to potentially kill me. But am I really that bad compared to...
Yeah, my bad. I kind of wanted to get all the shards together and have a little picnic. I don't know.
Little powwow. I gotcha. Our camera pans back to the red-scaled tent with Ivan, the Sera, Anju, and Scout. Mr. Sasha has said her piece. She has given you the necklace that will allow you to communicate. Additionally, with an added caveat bonus, you can no longer be stricken by disease. You weren't expecting that sort of boon.
Yeah, I'm fucking broken.
Sera,
Get me back into sewers. I'll swim in the poo.
you feel the stress relieved from your body. It's kind of nice. It's the first time in as many days as you've last seen Hal. Anju, you're still suddenly smitten. Wishing everything that had just happened had happened to you instead, as you've stated several times. Is there anything that anybody wants to do? Or have you said your piece here?
I mean, we need to get... Sera needs armor.
That's right. I haven't replenished my armor.
I think we have the busted up. I think we have the damaged armor, or we could just buy new shit.
I guess I would ask Sasha then. You don't by chance, before we take our leave, you don't by chance have know of anybody who can repair armor or has armor around? Mine's a little busted.
There are many blacksmiths around Rook'n'Drall. I'm sure you'll find someone. I'm not an armorer myself. I collect oddities.
Yes. Okay, thank you. We'll keep our eyes peeled then.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt. And please get that boy. He has been dancing at the door for the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, our food's here. Wait, we should actually like make a delivery, like a service where like you pay somebody to go get food for you.
Like they dash to your door.
Yeah, like uber fast. And then you get to eat it.
Yeah, I don't think Anju has anything. I don't know. I don't think he has anything in particular currently.
Scout wants to find Phelan.
Do the four of you exit the establishment?
Yes.
Can I get
As we're
perceptions,
like
please?
leaving,
What you got?
do we see anything, or does Scout see anything in here that looks particularly like interesting to them?
Okay, sure. Go ahead and give me a perception. Because the answer is yes. There's going to be lots of things here that are going to be interesting to Scout.
But you know what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Actually,
29.
no. You don't see anything immediately of House Cannith, but you do find something incredibly interesting. You see a few faces. Faces that you've come to know. I think you've come to know them, well, pretty well. Do you fly over to these faces?
Yeah, I think I'll leave Sera's shoulder if I see something that catches my eye.
Inside the inner flap of the tent itself, it appears that there are things that have been pinned to it. There are multiple posters of various people in various poses, most of them drawn. Some of them seem to be very loose sketches, but one in particular, no, two, you look again in three, and they seem to be side by side by side. You see Anju, Cain, and Sera. You look up and down over this. They're wanted posters.
What are they wanted for?
What?
How many berries am I worth, Bubs?
In
Wait,
loose
I'm not
description,
wanted. This is great.
abroad a roguish band of pirates, among them a highly trained Dendaran war toad and a hawk construct vessel, last seen fleeing from a missing LAS Horizon treader. Their crimes: destruction of House Lyrander property, piracy, and murder.
Yeah, but here in the market, they don't care.
The reward and bounty: live capture, 600 gold.
They care.
Guys?
I
Wait,
found
per
them.
person or all of us?
Scout is going to change into their dog form after seeing that it mentions their bird form. And then calls to Sera. Sera.
Yes, Scout. I look over to where
And
Scout
will
is.
point their snoot
Cain,
at the posters.
perception, please.
Boom.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm so perceptive.
Cain, you can't miss the giant red tents. Maybe you don't pick up all of the minute details, but the giant red tent might be a bit of a flag because you'd heard something about a red tent and its importance. You can't really quite remember what it is, but it's important.
Red tent.
Sera, when you approach, you see that Scout has shifted from hawk form to hound form.
And my snoot is pointing at a
And I see
poster.
the posters. What?
Scout points again. 3 wanted posters.
I rip them all down and then look at them all.
Ivan, Anju, perception, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
she's not gonna like that, huh?
Anju succeeds.
Finally.
Ivan succeeds.
With a nat 1, I still succeed.
Yeah, 15. I mean, 15 is great. Like your DC isn't super high.
You can't like nat one
Skill checks you can't really
skill check. It's
can't like critically
different.
fail.
Yeah.
You catch Sera reach up and tear several papers down from the inside of the tent. It creates an opening. And you can now see the bare cloth. What does Sera do with these?
I'm gonna just I'm gonna grab the rest of the group, actually. Hey, Ivan, Anju, we should take our leave.
Hey,
and I'm gonna
hey guys,
just.
I got it. I got the food.
Yeah, let's go get our food. What's going on?
I like wave these posters in front of you, Anju, the wanted posters. I just saw these, or Scout saw these. Scout
Anju's
found
gonna
these.
Put his hood up immediately. Yeah, we should go eat. Let's go. I'm starving.
I am going to take a closer look at these posters.
Sure. What would you like to gain from this?
What are we wanted for? Or what's like the bounty on us? Does it say like
600 gold?
Okay, 600 gold.
If we're caught alive.
Caught alive, your value is 600 gold. 200 gold if retrieved deceased.
Seems low.
It's very high.
Not many people rolling around with 150 platinum.
It goes
like
on.
We are.
It goes on to indicate that you are believed to have led an attack on the LAS Horizon Treader, which led to the deaths of many LAS guardsmen.
Damn it.
So wait, we got blamed for the captain ramming the ship?
Yeah, the captain didn't get off the ship.
So yeah, we were the only people seen.
The big thing was the Dandaran Wartoad leaping into the sky, grabbing the wyvern, slamming it down, trying to eat it, and then eating a couple of other guys too.
You did also cut that person in half.
Hey, man.
He ate a guy.
Cain,
We should go.
as you're walking up to the front of the tent itself, that's when you see Scout in hound form. Additionally, you can see the others. It appears that Sera is glancing down intently at some paperwork, and they seem to be exiting the establishment.
Oh, hello, Sera, Scout, Anju.
Stop.
Ivan, over here.
Cain. Cain, perhaps you should follow us somewhere discreet.
Yeah, just we don't even like stop. Just like arm around, just like aggressively pulling you along with
Where are
me.
we going?
Where are we going?
Did you find Phelan?
Oh,
Not yet.
we're working on it.
Yeah.
What have you been doing this entire time then?
What have you been
Yeah.
doing?
Doesn't
We
matter.
got information on their location.
I was looking for information.
Yeah.
On Phelan? Or something
No.
selfish?
Selfish.
Did you at least find yourself this information?
Where are we going?
Ooh, I want a sense motive that.
Please make a sense motive.
Oh, not very good. 9.
I mean, there's not a
I'm
lot
gonna
longer left in
be
the night.
doing
You
that
got
too.
your luck
Oh
reroll.
yeah, I can reroll.
Well, Anju's definitely gonna notice that.
21.
Okay.
Woo!
There, have a
Okay,
24.
Never mind.
That's a lot. Can I get
I
a
should've
bluff
wasted
from
on
you, Cobalt?
Cain.
Give me a plump.
Yeah.
We all just look at you. Even in dog form judging.
Fine.
You got a nat one with the 2.
Also, I did take a shower.
The dice tell a story, man.
Oh, that's so
I don't think
funny.
Very
we've
busy,
ever
very busy.
successfully lied to each other ever.
Very busy. Keeping busy.
Cain was successful in lying to all of us except for you.
It's true. It's true. Everybody can see through it. That's not even a ruse at this point. He's just like, yeah. Yep.
Changing subject.
Anyway, Cain,
What did you do, Cain?
spit
We
it
shouldn't
out.
Talk about
Drop
it here in
it.
public.
That's fair, actually.
So where does everybody go?
I mean, we need to go. It's like we need to hide and also go to an armory. I don't know.
I think
That's
we're
a
looking for
big
Phelan
reward.
because we got the
Well, let's-
information on where Phelan
Well,
is, right?
I can start asking
Sasha.
everyone.
You listen. Pay attention to those posters. I can
What
still
posters?
get around the city. They don't know who I am.
That's true.
So if you need me to go repair your armor or find new stuff, either give me your armor, tell me your size, and I'll go get it. You guys can go find Phelan.
Is someone looking for you?
Not me. You.
For me? Well, here I am.
Yeah, they said we're looking for the smelliest old man in all of Rukendra.
I do not.
Scout will bite the papers from Anju and hand them to Cain.
Scout hands papers to you. You immediately see wanted signs, posters, and after you're able to kind of separate them, you realize that your face is prominently drawn upon one of them, very clearly. You're wanted for piracy, murder, and the destruction of House Larender property.
Should have took the lightning rail.
We just wanted a ride.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
we don't need to delve in the past and our decisions and whether or not you were correct.
Let's
you
go
weren't,
with the
but
pirate.
listen.
I
think-
just yelled your name out in a goblin market.
You
We're
we're
gonna-
aware.
How much am I worth compared to the others, though? What's the split up here? 200 a pop?
About. You have no idea the value of the Dendaran Wartoad or the Construct Hawk, but yeah.
I think we should get some disguises, or at least some cloaks
How
to
do you
wear.
lay low for 30 days?
We can completely change our looks and appearances.
I've got a hood.
I can give you all white shirts.
I can shave my beard.
You can
No
just
one will recognize me.
It's actually not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not.
My chin is very pointed, I warn you.
We could shave Anju as well.
Okay, well, let's not get too carried away. Listen. This isn't
I'd
my
be
first.
down for
Oh my
that.
gosh, I want to
This isn't my first rodeo. That's a bit that not no.
Anju, I'm
absolutely
sorry that I'm
not.
going to say this. We need to switch outfits. We're about the same size. That drawing has you clearly in your robes. They're looking for a
can switch with
catfolk in
me
those
as well.
robes. So they're not going to be freaking out if they see similar robes, but not a furry creature.
You should let me hold your
Yeah.
sword as well, Sarah.
Yeah,
It's-
like how
I don't think that's
We'll
gonna.
just if we
change.
mix up our weaponry, they'll never
They're
catch
gonna-
us.
No, that's not how that works.
how accurate is this picture of me? Is it like the fur pattern exactly like?
Yeah, how-
It's not.
Oh,
it's
all
not
these
perfect,
portraits looking.
but Sarah's and Cain's quite a bit closer.
Damn.
Quite a bit
This
closer.
is why you don't leave survivors.
Does it have Sera in her armor?
Yeah, it shows her in not quite plate mail, but like upper breastplate.
Okay, so if Sarah's not wearing armor, less likely. If Anju and I switch clothes, he'll never get caught. And if Cain shaves his beard, I think that it's solid for like a little bit.
I've
We just-
changed my mind.
Okay, we've made the decision for you then. We will hold you down and shave you.
No,
Oh God.
Well,
please.
guess I'm back to being armorless for some time.
Man, I was looking forward to being able to relax a little bit.
As was I. That
You need your
mud
armor.
bath actually was sounding like a potential good idea, but
I thought we were coming here for our mission.
we are.
Detours.
Sure, whatever. What was the mission? What are we doing?
We must find Phelan.
Right.
They're going to provide us transport.
Correct.
You guys know where Phelan is. You were told.
Yeah.
Do you head to see Phelan immediately, or do you try to lay low? It's still very early day. It's morning.
Yeah, I wonder how long those posters have even been up. I mean, it would have been, what, it was like 2 weeks ago or something?
Probably closer to like 8 days.
8 days, okay.
Yeah. But you guys are very well aware that communication across great distances is very easy because of the messenger, House Civis.
Are there any more posters around outside? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody sees us grabbing them, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah. If you walk and look, you will occasionally find that there are various wanted posters.
I think you guys should head to the dude we're looking for, and I'll go get Sera some new armor. We need our great protector.
I'm gonna guess that you guys are kind of like walking and talking at this point, right? I imagine that you're not standing still.
I was thinking that.
Sure.
Company.
Like hood up, head down. I think, I don't know, I'm probably the most comfortable in the party of like being wanted. It's nice to feel wanted, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would be at least a little less flustered by it. Like I'd be a little bit more confident about moving around, but it's just, yeah, now if anybody sees my fucking face, like I don't really want to talk to anybody except Phelan, personally. Anybody on those posters shouldn't be talking to fucking anybody except Phelan.
Galt looks up to you, Ivan. I won't tell anyone. I won't tell anyone.
Oh.
And he's holding multiple meat skewers. I didn't see nothing.
I'll grab one.
You know what to do, Sera.
No! Cain!
Give me one of them meat skewers.
Oh my god.
How's the
Listen
meat
here,
taste?
Galt.
That's
your name, right? That's your name.
Yeah.
How's the meat taste to me?
I know that you're not going to tell anybody.
It's a little gamey. It tastes a little strange. Man, you're not Ben, and Anju doesn't really strike me as an actual hunter, as a hunter. But the meat itself is stressed. It has a very gamey taste to it. The meat itself is, well, it's really not good. But you don't really see heaping amounts of cattle around.
Is this rat meat? Looks like rat meat.
The meat itself
what is this?
Is blue.
Blue rat meat.
Listen, Galt.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not going to tell anybody. Remember that ship that you found us coming down on?
Yeah.
Did you happen to catch an eye of the man that was piloting the ship?
You mean
robot guy, weird nose?
Yeah, the guy made of metal.
Yeah, so we're supposed to report back to him about every 2-3 days. And if he doesn't hear from them, or from us, excuse me, he will enter into this town, use any means necessary to find who harmed us. That will, of course, start with you. So if you do say anything to anybody and any harm does bestow us, we don't report back to him.
I won't say anything.
I don't think you will. I'm just letting you know that in case you're lying to us, I don't believe you are, but in case you're a very good liar, those are the
I
consequences.
put a curse on you, and if you speak our names, your head will explode.
No!
He'll do it.
No!
He'll do it.
Please! I like my head!
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, you're scaring the kid. You're good.
You don't even know any of our names, so
what's this
fine.
meat? What is this?
I don't know what is good. He looks up to you. He's really gonna blow up my head.
No, it's not gonna
Blow
blow
it
your
up
head.
yourself.
He
No,
literally
we're only gonna
doesn't
blow up your
know
head.
if the magic
if-
doesn't contain mud, he doesn't know how to do it.
Snitches get exploded heads.
That's
don't know
not
if that's-
I won't
true.
say
How that-
anything.
That's the saying.
Okay.
But you know what friends get? Galt.
Bugs.
I don't know.
Gold. And I flick him a
Gold.
single gold.
This is the single most confusing event of his entire life. You've proceeded to explain to him.
What kind of kid is this?
He's a goblin
boy.
child. Yeah. Basically explain to him that
kid.
if he says something, his head is going to explode, but because you're friends, he gets gold. So,
damn right.
he doesn't even know what to do with it at first. He just looks at it, kind of thumbs it over several times, and like rubs it on his little shorts, and then looks back to it. And
bite it.
He doesn't know
it's
what to
real.
do. It's the most money he's ever had. Remember, he's just a little guy, so he's just kind of he's got this now, and like he instinctively just like stuffs it down the front of his pants, and he goes, I'll take you wherever you want me to take you. Just please don't kill me.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna kill you, unless
we just have to protect ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like a you thing; it's an us thing.
Okay, then don't let him kill me. And he points to Cain.
The curse is laid.
No, he's gonna kill me.
He has to speak a lot of words in order to
Can
put
I,
a
like,
curse on
pull
you.
the
He doesn't know
kid
how to do
aside?
the curse, and he's also an idiot. So if he does anything to harm you, I will chop his head off.
Listen, he's crazy, but he's not. You're fine.
Let's stop tormenting this poor child, please.
He's not poor anymore. He's got a whole gold.
I'm not poor anymore.
Let's move on.
His meat tastes weird. I'm still eating it. Like, why is it blue?
I don't know. Where do you want to go?
We're going to see Phelan.
Where?
You know anybody named Phelan?
No, we know where to go, but
We
I
do
need
know.
you to take me to the finest armor smith in the town.
Okay. Follow me. And like he starts to kind of like just trot just at a little pace, but then he looks over and Cain is just constantly got this glowering grimace on his face, even when he's happy. And there's panic sets in. And the kid just kind of like picks up the pace. It's not just a little trot. Little guy's going. He's beating feet at this point. He's moving pretty quickly. But he hasn't stopped looking over his shoulder. And Ivan, you are probably the closest to him at this point. And he doesn't see what would equivalently be considered like a dog sled. But it's not a dog sled. It's a sled that's being pulled by multiple bipedal lizards. They're running very, very quickly. And behind it is a cart. It's moving so fast. You see the treads over the soil kick lightning up under their feet.
Is this Santa Claus?
It's not. But Galt doesn't see it coming, and he doesn't hear it coming, and he starts sprinting in the direction. Ivan, do you do anything?
Yeah, I didn't realize I had an option here. Yeah, I will lurch out towards him. How far away is he?
Probably 15 or so feet, but he's moving quick.
I would like to grapple him with my scarf.
Sure. Give me a reflex. Yeah, give me a reflex. Okay. That's, you know what? That's an even or odd in your favor.
Even.
Even it is. You successfully grapple Galt with your... Describe it again for everybody.
It's a scarf that has little tendrils at the end that grapple onto whatever it grabs onto. So it could essentially wrap around him a few times, and then it can, latch on.
It doesn't just activate on its own, though. You have something you have to say.
Yeah, I have to say, with the strength of a boa, let's go.
You do instinctively. It comes out this something extra in you, and as you whip this out, it catches Galt by the arm, and you pull back. You reflexively pull back, and it sort of sends him spinning. The driver of this cart now sees the spinning boy, this goblin boy, and in an effort to veer away, he rips his cart to the left, and it starts moving in your direction. Ivan, I will need a new reflex from you. It's kind of high.
Go.
Ivan. I need reflexes from everyone else as well.
Okay.
I did an acrobatics check to backflip over it.
Okay, hold on. Do we have
one
I use
luck
my-
reroll?
I use my luck reroll to backflip.
Oh,
So
we're
did
dead.
we have 2 total?
Did I successfully do my
With-
backflip?
Hold that thought. There is only one luck reroll.
Total.
Yes.
So okay, well I'm gonna use it.
Go for it.
Ayo.
Anju will succeed.
Yay.
Scout will
Got,
fail.
like, reflexes.
Sera will fail.
Yep.
Cain will fail.
Damn.
My rolls have been poor.
Ivan. There's a detriment to your roll courtesy of the fact that you save Galt. You're able to save him. You prevent him from getting hit, likely killing him immediately. You are not so lucky. Reflexively,
Damn.
you're not going to take much because you hit the first threshold. The problem, Ivan, is that when you attempt to spin, your body checks.
Backflip.
When you attempt to backflip, your body checks the first in the row of sled creatures. And the moment that your body touches it, you absorb it.
No.
And-
What is it, a cow?
We will dole out the effect next
So
week.
what
when we
was it,
play.
like a velociraptor?
Question? What's up? What you got?
Instead of reflex, could I jump?
No. No, it's a reflex for this. You want to know what it is? I can tell you what it is, my friend.
Can you tell me what the animal is?
Yeah. Go ahead, if you would please, to Google and in image search shocker lizard.
How big is this thing?
These are about the size of a Cocker Spaniel.
Oh.
Okay.
Big lizard.
So like really
All right.
fucking tiny?
They're like 30 to 40
Big
pounds.
for a lizard.
Yeah, it's big for a lizard. It's like 30 to
Big
40
lizard.
pounds. It is a
Hey,
shocker
hey,
lizard.
How many are
Okay.
pulling this sled?
10.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
All
okay.
Ooh, they're cool.
right, what was this lizard's name that I just murdered? What was its name, bub? What was its
Oh, they look-
backstory?
These look awesome.
What was its favorite food?
I can tell you all. You know what? I'll tell you his name. His name is P. Shockley.
Uh-huh.
It is. It's P. Shockley.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Wow.
Oh.
P. Shockley is the shocker lizard that leads the mush cart of Shamir Ravi, a rat folk professional racer. It's another NPC in the world. You'll come to know Shamir Ravi next session.
Did you say rat folk?
It's a rat folk.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Until then,
Sure.
let's get our send-offs, and you guys can rest this eve. We're gonna start top left, even though he's only with us for just a little bit tonight. Cain, Mr. CobaltStreak, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hey, I played lots of roguelikes on Twitch. This week I'm doing early streams. And I've been playing a game called Secrets of Grindia, which is a lot of fun. And I'll probably play that this week early. And that's it. Thanks for
Nice.
having me. Sorry I was late.
That's okay, man. I'm happy to have you, actually. So thank you for showing up here. Sarah, Tracy, what are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hello, everybody. My name is Tracy, also Miss Match Tech, also MagiRPG, and that's where you can find me most of my days, streaming on twitch.tv/MagiRPG, playing TTRPGs with my friends, and doing other cosplay content stuff, mostly on TikTok. I do a lot of fun stuff there. So that's me, and that's what I do.
Perfect. I'm glad that you're back from Chicago. I really hope that you had a good time.
Yes. Just went to a vampire LARP this past weekend, and it was my first LARP, and it was a lot of fun. So
I want to try to go next year if they do it
yes.
again. Scout, Maggie, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hey guys, I'm MargaretKrohn. You can find me at MargaretKrohn in all the places. I do stuff on the internet. If you want to see that, go check it out. And of course, I make games and video games for a living. I'm currently working on a game called Ashes of Creation, and you can check it out at Ashes of Creation in all the places. We are planning on heading to Alpha 2 in Q3, so if you want to check out the game, I hope you do. So yeah.
Perfect. Ivan Freely, FrostPrime, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
I am FrostPrime everywhere except the Warframe, and yeah, I've been playing a Slay the Spire challenge for about the past month that I thought was going to take me a couple of days, and it's embarrassing.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. You'll get through this, I believe. One more gig of Monday, and you'll be on it.
Yeah.
Anju, Mr. BenBriggs, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
I'm BenBriggs. You can find me at benbriggs.net, or if you just go to your favorite whatever the fuck and type in BenBriggs, you'll locate a lot of iterations of me. But I stream. I generally stream after this stream, which I will be doing right now. But I'm a variety streamer. I like to play retro games. I do Link to the Past Randomizer a lot. I'm also a musician. If you like video game remixes, I do that. I'm a singer-songwriter. I run a company called Tiny Waves and an event called K-Pop Rave. Just Google me and come to my stream. We try to keep it 100. But as always, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm a very old friend of Bub's. So thanks for having me.
All these things are true. If you guys are not out there following these people, supporting them, subbing to them, loving on them, you're kind of missing out on some of the greater sides of Twitch and the creator space in general. So go love on them. You already know who I am. You've sat here for at least 2 to 3 hours, and you see it. So come see us, I don't know, tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to play some video games or something, or I'm going to play in D&D. Whatever the case may be, I'm out for now. So we're going to go ahead and raid on over to BenBriggslive, and go say hi. Be kind to him. Say something nice. And
you can be mean. It's fine.
Or,
I'm used to it.
Or
You can't hurt me.
Yeah,
anyway.
Or that. Goodbye, everybody. All right. They've been